just aiming babycakes. So they understand the win condition. Babycakes cannot scale up. Babycakes cannot get fed.
At the same time, if you notice what Evil has secured for themselves, going in for the Grok instead of that Franco. I prefer the Franco for the side of Evil because you really want to counterpick that away from Lolsie. But if you notice, yes, if they really want to go for the Grok, they want to go for the Dyrov, they want to go for the Paquito, this is a very heavy dive comp, which RSG, I feel like they have the answer for it. You want to dive a Lilia, I use my ultimate, I get out of there. If you want dive someone, RSG side, like for example the Clint that I mentioned, I have an Akai. I could heavy spin you away from Babycakes. And heck, even now, if you want to dive me, sure, Lolsie as a Cho, I can knock you up, I can kick you away, and then Babycake is safe to do whatever they want.
Right, protect the president, back to basics.
Here we go
RSG
again.
really comfortable with babysitting Babycakes. This is their strategy. Babycakes picks up the Clint. Lolsie really comfortable on the Cho. I like his Cho. Really flashy plays coming from him from the previous games we've seen so far, and it's been really instrumental turning plays and picking off the right heroes of Evil. But this leaves the backline really open because Clint is a backline hero. You need to stand far back so that your enemies or your opponent does not touch you at all. But Evil answers back with the Kagura, and I really personally like the Kagura pick.
Let me just break down the draft for you guys. So from the side of RSG, they have good team fight composition on the Bray. They've also got answers to the dive comp. They've also got pick potential from the side of Cho. On the other hand, Evil, they are committing on full dive, even drafting the Kagura to try to pick up Babycakes. Once Evil uses the Kagura to pick off Babycakes or even 505, it will be game over for RSG. So that's how I see the draft. I think it's all up to the execution for now. They both have tools to handle each other, but we need to see how they execute this draft going into the game.
All right, well, looks like it's going to be going into Game 2. This is going to be between RSG versus Evil. You heard it. You know what's going to happen. The draft has been set. And going into this one, while RSG is definitely a heavy hitter in this case, Evil is one of those things where we think they still have a chance. How do you like their draft thus far?
I really like the draft coming up from Evil so far because they have a very balanced composition. RSG, on the other hand, same can be said. They have a balanced composition, but they are going back to that comfort zone where they're using the Protect the President strategy, babysitting Babycakes until he gets his power spike, at least 2 items from him. The Blade of Despair as well as the Endless Battle. Going in, you need to make sure that Babycake scales up well.
All right, well, you talked about comfort. Babycakes is definitely in comfort as he's sitting in the Youth Throne V Gaming chair, the Transformer Edition from OSIM, a proud sponsor of what we've got here today. And so we're happy to have them as well as this. And of course, RSG, are they able to take advantage of that comfort by taking Game 1? We're going to have to find out coming up as Melon gets a little bit low here.
I think this match is going to be an exciting one. I am already prepped to be standing up from my Youth Throne 5. This awesome, amazing chair. But let's get back into the game. So right now, you can see RSG being very aggressive in the early stages of the game. You want Evil to try to choke on the laning phase. You want to delay as much farm as possible. With that, you have the potential to snowball through, especially from the mid game. So you're expecting probably around 10 to 12 minute closeout for RSG.
Okay, we have Powerful on the Paquito, we have Lolsie on the Cho. I mean, these are like 2 MMA fighters, right? If they were going to do one-on-one, who do you give the advantage to?
I'm a huge fan of Manny Pacquiao. Okay, so I've got to say this Paquito definitely wins on a one-on-one situation, but you can't discount Bruce Lee, man. He's a legend.
Of course, a legend. Rip on that guy. But nonetheless, if we're going to go into this one, at least in MLBB state, I think that they're I think Paquito tends to be a little bit more popular. I think he has a little bit more utility, so he's going to have that. But, you know, Gronk, on the other hand, if we're looking at Carrot, as I say that, Melon goes in, and yeah, they're just going to back off here.
Yeah, I don't think there will be many early game engages coming in from Evil. They don't want to commit themselves way too early. But look at how Bray does the turtle dance. Just pulling away from Evil. No chance for them to even get close to the turtle. RSG already showing a lot of dominance in the jungle so far in the game.
All right, we saw in the first match, JsisJejsj was amazing on the Akai, right? The fact that he was taking every objective, took almost all the turtles, you know, even the first Lord, I believe. And Bray seems to be on that trend, right? Where you're just looking to be objective based. Is this Akai just way too strong, or is it like what sort of advantage does he have against neutrals?
Well, if you pick up an Akai, you're looking to close out all the objectives. You need to be able to outscale the opponent's jungles. So let's take a look at the emblems real quick from both teams right now. The Demon Slayer coming in from Akai really helps him secure all of the early game objectives. But oh, wait a second, Melon really down low manages to get out of that.
You gotta have faith, brother. It was one of those things where I knew Melon was fine. No real chance of dying. He had the umbrella. He was gonna be fine. But nonetheless, it's one of those things where you're a little bit wounded at this point, but Powerful walking into this one, gets knocked away, the kick away, and Powerful looks to be giving up first blood. Babycakes will secure the first blood.
You take down that code, redeem that code right now. First 100 will be able to redeem something from MLBB.
Yeah, that was actually very fast. I don't know if anyone got that.
Really fast one.
I mean, it's one of those things where I think that you have to pause maybe the stream to get that one. That was actually very quick. I was picking up my phone and I was trying to steal it, but... All right, if we're going to go in the bottom lane, JS against Diablo here. Okay, Esmeralda, I think, has been the pick, right? Especially this season. I think Akai is another one. Very, very strong. I love this draft by RSG. Not only they are a very strong team, probably the strongest at MPL SG, but they have this draft that I think is like top tier.
Like I said, you need to be able to protect Babycakes as well as possible, and that is what RSG is looking for. But if you have an engaged hero like Cho, you have to go really, really deep into the depths of evil, so to speak, and really use that Way of the Dragon to kick someone out of position and secure any kills. But that leaves Babycakes wide open. What Evil has is 2 dive heroes, and as we speak, Way of the Dragon hits up Coconut.
Oh, Lolsie gets knocked up. He's going to be a little low, and he does get killed. Coconut will secure that one, but Karen is going to be on the list as well as Melon, and it seems like a bit of a scramble there. 2 for 1, but RSG did secure the turtle.
Oh, Babycakes picked up 2 members so far into the game. RSG 3-1. What happened there was RSG did that turtle dance away. We'll be going into replay in a quick second, but right now, 5-5. Able to get back of that one. But let's take a look at the replay. Look at the Babycake's position, just really far ahead of where Evil needs to be. You do have 2 dive potential heroes. You have JsisJejsj on the Dyrop, you have Powerful on the Paquito. Your job is to get Babycakes. You have to get the President.
And it was pretty much off the back of Bray. Like the heavy swings, just locking both of them. Nobody can get away. It's one of the most frustrating things. But let's talk a little bit about the items.
So far in the items, this is still 5 minutes. Not a lot of big item builds right now, but Clint already building up the Endless Battle and is looking to pick up the Blade of Despair in just a little bit. But hold on a second, JsisJejsj chasing away. He's gonna be fine right there.
Yeah, no real danger. A little bit of wasted effort more than anything else by RSG. They were trying to catch something, but he was going to get out there. But it's very early, don't get me wrong. I mean, the net worth lead is about 2K here, but RSG seem to be in the driver's seat. They seem to be playing the lanes properly. They're trying to make plays happen across the map, and it looks like Evil have been reacting and almost having to run away from almost every sort of rotation.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. But again, RSGSG, their draft is made, it's built for early game aggression. You have that with Bray taking up the objectives, heavy spin, pins JsisJejsj to the wall. Are they able to be taking him down? He's able to jump across the wall.
He dashes away, but Evil Powerful, just barely getting away. JS is very low as well, and all of them will run to safety. That was actually a little too close for comfort, at least for me.
Yeah, but like I said, this is what you're expecting. A lot of early game engages, a lot of more confident plays. And I say confident because you'll see Bray in the opponent's jungle instead of your own. And this is where you want to get that. Babycakes already scaling up, almost 1K gold lead ahead of Coconut. This is going to be a really scary Clint coming into the mid game.
Yeah, they've been feeding Babycakes, which has been perfect. Exactly what you want on the team. You ensure that he gets as much farm as possible. He's getting those kills. Plus, Bray has gotten 3 turtles. At what point do we call animal cruelty?
Animal cruelty is when you kill that panda right there. He has not taken a single death into the game. Look at how RSG is playing right now. Really safe. You don't see them overextending their welcome into the depths of evil just yet. You'll be seeing that pretty soon when they form up and strategize over Babycakes. So Babycakes, once he gets his Blade of Despair, be expecting a lot more skirmishes, a lot more engages coming in.
all this space is being provided. Bray's been a nuisance. He's been, you know, invading the enemy jungle. He's also been, like, look at Coconut. He doesn't feel safe. He needs to run out of there, and they'll happily take the outer turret in the bottom lane. So this is turning almost directly in RSG's favor.
Ooh, no protection whatsoever for Coconut so far, but Melon a little bit too close for comfort right there. Hops that sprint.
Oh, he's not gonna. Oh, he is gonna get away. He should be fine. The heavy swing was doing some work,
But
but they got Coconut. That's the one you want. But they also got Melon as well. And I feel like we're just at a fruit market at this point, just taking whatever fruits we want.
Like you said, Evil is just reacting to whatever RSGSG wants them to react to. RSGSG always making the first move, and that is precisely what works in their favor. You want to make the first move, especially with Bray on the Akai or Lolsie. Lolsie gets in real deep. You want to force a Way of the Dragon out of the hands of Evil and push them away out of position, so it's pretty easy pickings for them.
Yep. Oh, Carrot. Okay, I thought they were going to skirmish there, but it looks like he's going to back off here. But let's look a little bit about damage taken. The Esmeralda, Diablo doing quite a bit in that department, as well as Melon. But Lolsie's kind of up there as well. Anyone that kind of sticks out to you?
Melon, you are a mage. You're not supposed to be taking that much damage. So what Melon has to do is really stand back. But as we speak, Diablo gets taken down.
Okay, that's an actual massive one, right? That's the one you wanted to get. That creates a little bit of space. Evil right now have been on the back foot. RSGs have been on green light since the beginning of this game. You need some way to slow it down. Get them a yellow in some way, but as I say that, they've got the Lord. Lolsie's going in for Powerful. Powerful has to dash to safety. He jabs away, and he's fine.
Oh, this is not looking so good for Evil. You have a dive composition, but you're not using it to your full potential. You need to be able to seek out whoever the win condition is for RSGSG. Take out 505 or take out Babycakes. These are your two primary damage dealers. You're not going to see anything else. This is midway through the game. Already, Blade of Despair, Malefic Roar, and the Endless Battle built up for Babycakes. This man is ready to hunt.
Yeah, he's you know, ready to hunt, but he's rich at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of that was on the backbone of the working class, which is everyone else in RSG. But as I say that, they're going for the mid T2 at this stage. They do get that one, and almost everything is looking RSG's way, as the inhibitor is now going to be knocked on by this Lord coming in. As he does a little bit of damage to it. He's going to chip for the first piece. Okay, they're going to take down the Lord. That should be the end of that, but they pretty much got what they wanted.
This is the turret ballet. You have to dance around the turret. You need to prevent the Lord from dashing right in. I mean, this is still the normal Lord. Once you have the enhanced Lord is going to be more diving right into your turret and taking out a ton of damage from that. But this Asian cowboy coming up from Babycakes, just look at his position, not going in too deep. He's just very, very confident with where he's at. And whenever there's a lull time, where is Babycakes? He's just taking up every single farm available.
Yeah, I mean, they know exactly where Evil is, right? They're hiding in their base, cowering, no real space to get anything. And RSG, we're like, hey, we'll take all this free land, and we'll just take all the enemy jungle. Like, you know, we're basically taking you out by just choking you out.
Yeah, it seems as though time has stopped for Evil. They're just waiting.
Yeah.
They're just waiting for the waves to come in and farm as much as they can. But on the other side, RSGSG, literally the entire map is under their control. Yeah. This is not a position you want to be if you're Evil. You don't want time to stop for you. You need to try to seek out at least one. You have a dive composition. You have a pick off in the Kagura in Coconut as well. And this is what you should do. You just go straight in, take out one. The Vision game was already won by RSGSG.
Okay, now if you look at Evil just turtling up in their base, nobody's actually split pushing. Is that something of a bit of a concern, or is that something like someone who should be trying to, you know, fix the other lane, so to speak?
Yeah, I definitely echo your sentiment on that. JsisJejsj on the Dairoth is supposed to be splitting that lane, but when you pick a Dairoth, you're going actually for kills. You're not precisely, your job is not precisely to split that lanes, because you don't have the ability to defend yourself from any engages coming from that. But on the other hand, RSGSG is a tightly knit unit. So wherever you go, best be sure RSG is quick to follow, and there is not what you want to be. RSGSG is psyching up for the second Lord dance of the match.
Yeah, and this is going to be probably an easy one. Lolsie's just, look at how much zoning is being provided here. Nobody wants to walk into that. Nobody's going to kind of get out there in time. And they have zero vision on this, and Evil are looking to group up. Maybe they go the long way around. They're going to walk into Lolsie, if anything, but the Lord is already about below half. So at this point, Evil are like, okay, we need to retreat. We don't have a chance, and Bray will take another Lord.
Even when JsisJejsj on the Dairoth is trying to split push that RSG is taking none of it because the wave's already so deep into your enemy territory that it's not as important to go for the Dyreth as it is to go to take your objectives, and they're just playing probably like a textbook MLBB game.
Yes.
Yeah.
But okay, when you talk about textbook, and don't get me wrong, I think that they're playing it to the T. They're not playing anything risky. But, you know, you're playing in your pub games. You're in this prime position. You're in the driver's seat. You're going to make mistakes, right? Like, you're going to overcommit in some certain lanes. I'm pretty sure we're not going to see that from RSG, but... You know, what do you think of that?
No, I definitely think the RSG does not want to gamble on their lives because this game is easily in their bags already. So all they need to do is just wait for the Lord to crash that down and wait for someone to set that up. You have phases that you want to go with. And first is get rid of your tier 3 turrets. And once that is done, it's time for you to get that engage.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be an easy one right there. They've got the inhibitor turrets, which is going to be pretty massive there. Yes, the Lord has gone down, but now they're going to focus on the top one. This is the last inhibitor turret. This is the last hope, so to speak, but they're still hugging that base. There's only been 5 kills from RSG, yet it seems like they're playing with, like, you know, down 30 almost.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, but Grok needs to be able to set up a very, very nice pick-off for the side of Evil. It seems as though Carrot, being the roam position of Evil, is not confident enough to go into the jungle. Be it fear or respect for RSG, but that is not where they want to be, but a team fight.
Looks like they're going to go, and they're going to just start it up. JS gets a little bit low. They started a little bit on the base. Babycakes and Bray have... Oh, Carrot is actually going to miss the charge, and that's going to be a massive one. Lolsie seems to be up next. Babycakes has been eliminated, so Evil are managing to do it. Bray is now on the run. Carrot is going to stick around. That was looking like a bad fight, but they actually turned it around. They actually held at this point, and now RSG are on the run, and Bray looks to be going down.
Diablo finishing up the job. He's able to take on 3 members, and I don't think anything's going to happen to Diablo right there. He's way too tanky at this point of the game. JsisJejsj is already buying that immortality. This is the window of opportunity that Evil is looking for. They need to be able to convert these kills into turrets. So far, only 1 turret from the side of Evil.
Okay, they need to do that like 9 more times to win this game, I think, right? But I think it's baby steps, right? They got what they wanted. They got the mid T1. This is a little bit of space. Now they're in the enemy jungle. Can they turn this around? This is only a 5K net worth lead. It is something that they can manage. If they can get as much farm as possible. The Lord is up in 12 seconds, which is a little unfortunate, considering the death timers. Bray is back up already.
Right now, the Lord is popping up in 5 seconds. Evil, they missed the cycle game. So basically, what you want to do as Evil is pick off 1-2 members and then maintain that momentum and continue picking off the rest, because essentially it's a 5-on-3.
Yeah.
And so you can maintain that momentum and go through. Carrot already cycling up for that Lord.
Yeah, he's got vision of this. They know that's going to happen, but I don't know if they have the burst. The Lord does go down. Bray will secure that one. That's yet another one. Now Evil are on the run. JS is just trying to dash to safety. He's going to be fine. Everybody backs up. The only person that did die was Lord, but could this be a GG push here?
It potentially could be. You have a lot of setup potential. You have the heavy spin from Akai to push everyone out of the way. So if you play just the objectives and go for the throne, this is what you need to do. Just go in as the Akai, heavy spin everyone out of the way, and let the Lord do its thing.
Okay, look, if we're talking about the other regions in SCEA, right, Beatrix doesn't get banned a lot. And the fact that they focused on that one instead of the Akai and the Esmeralda, which I think are way better in terms of a meta pick, they're much, much stronger, and I think the other regions have figured that out. Not to say that SG are a little slow, but, you know, this is one of those things that they might want to come back to, especially with a strategy. As I say that, RSG looking to push with hopefully the last Lord. At least that's their thought on RSG as they continue to push here. JS getting a little chip damage. He's trying to focus on that
Carrot
Lord.
hits.
Carrot goes in, a nice 3-man stun. Babycakes is getting very low. The base is actually doing some work as well, but Lolsie dies. Coconut is continuing to fight. Melon seems to be fine. Diablo goes down as well. But
Lord
the
taking
base
down
is
the throne.
down, and that's going to be game 1 going the way of RSG. Clinical. Absolutely clinical.
Oh, RSG really distracted the rest of Evil and trying to get that Lord to take down that base. This was really a textbook play coming up from RSG. Not a lot of commitment into the depths of the opponent's throne.
Yeah. Or you would say maybe hell in this case, considering they're evil. No, not
yeah,
that level.
the depths of Evil.
Nonetheless, let's bring back JsisJejsj. How does he feel?